What's up, Vanny fans? Today is kind of a big deal. Today we are finally attacking this. We are going to attempt to install our solar panels on the roof. We'll see if we get them all up there. We have 3. Right now, Jake behind me is working on getting the brackets onto the panel so that then we can lift the panel up and figure out where the brackets need to be before we actually drill any holes. So that's the plan. My neighbor is mowing their lawn. Anyway, so that's what we're working on right now, is just getting the brackets onto panel 1 and getting it up there and seeing if we can screw it in successfully. And yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be an adventure. This is definitely something we've never done before. Okay, quickly, while he's getting those centered, because of the angle of the roof, we got special brackets for solar that angle, and the way that we're going to waterproof and attach, aside from the bolts that actually go all the way through and into the vehicle. This is another kind of lap sealant. This is specifically for RVs and roofs. It is very different than the last stuff we had, because that stuff was white. This is going to be black. Hopefully it'll blend in a little more. This is 3M VHB tape. VHB tape is industrial strength adhesive. This is what they use apparently to stabilize windows in skyscrapers. So we're gonna use this underneath the solar panel anywhere it makes contact with the roof of the van, just for a little extra support so the brackets aren't doing all the work. That's that.
So you just want like a big fat ass blob of this?
Yep.
Okay. Dude, this shit's gnarly.
Yeah, it smells really intense.
Whoops, bam!
Most of it. I helped.
Shit.
Seal those bad boys up. You absolutely killed it. You murdered this project.
You should show everybody, show the people.
Show the people.
One of the biggest, heaviest, most expensive, and most important components installed No longer in the house, on the van. And I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the hardest parts so far for sure.
Yep.
I mean, you know, it's like most of the time when people paint or work on a car or whatever, they do it in a garage, in an enclosed garage. We're just doing everything in our driveway with no professional accompaniments. It's 1,000% do-it-yourself. None of the pieces are pre-put together. We have to do everything. So.
But we did it. So we got the solar panels mounted 2 days ago. So I figured, okay, well, it's probably time now that we have these cords hanging off the back of the van ready to go into the land. It's probably time to like actually wire up the battery and the solar charge controller and all of these things, which I'm going to explain to you now, because once I get in there and I start doing all the action, I'm probably going to be mumbling to myself and not very helpful. Before I get into it, I'm going to say this is not my area of expertise. I've done a lot of research. I have done a lot of work and math and thinking and rethinking things to get to a place where I feel like I can safely do this with my components and with the items that we have. It's been a very long, very intense process, but I'm now at a place where I'm pretty sure I'm ready to go. So I'm just gonna like rip roar through these things. I will list below some resources that I found extremely helpful. These are from people that really, really know what they're talking about. And if you are wanting to replicate what we're doing or to figure out how to do this for yourself, it's really important that you watch those resources, because I don't even know that this is gonna work for me. So, that being said, this is my first page of notes. I was watching Explorist.life at the time. And this is the homework I did. You have your solar panels collecting energy from the sun. You have your solar charge controller taking the energy from the solar panels and ensuring that it is the correct voltage for your battery so that it does not harm your battery or cause a short circuit or any other number of things. Then you connect your batteries to your array. So you have this middleman making sure that everything's okay so that the solar panels and the batteries can work together to store power. And then over here, we have our inverter. If you can charge something with a USB or like a cigarette plug, that is what's called a 12-volt device. And 12-volt devices can actually be hooked up directly to the battery because the battery is also 12-volt. If you're wanting to plug in things like hot plates, coffee machines, any number of other household appliances, and it's not specifically made for travel, so it's 12 volt, you're gonna need 110 volt. And what the inverter does is takes that 12 volt energy from the batteries and turns it into what you can use with any sort of wall socket. So that's very, very basic. The instructions that I'm gonna be following are from Will Prowse. I highly recommend his content. Basically, I'm replicating the video he did on DIY 400 watt solar system. Our system is a little bit different. The best deal that I could find was through Grape Solar, which was sold at Home Depot. Grape Solar sells a kit of 3 180 watt solar panels. That gives us a total of 540 watts solar. In Florida, that should be more than enough. If we're in Canada, we'll see. Then we chose a battery that was a 300 amp hour lithium battery. We bought it on Amazon from a Chinese manufacturer. I'm really, really hoping that it stands up to the demand. It's always a risk, but it was the best deal we could get, and it allowed us to get a lot more battery storage space in lithium. That was a big risk we took, and we'll see how it goes. But my fingers are crossed that it works great, especially because we've really done our research. We've sized all of our other components. We are following instructions to the T. And obviously, if we hit a roadblock that we cannot solve ourselves, we're gonna talk to a professional. So, here we go.
Okay, friends, here's where things get a little crazy. Basically, I had an idea for how I wanted to arrange my components for our entire solar electrical system, but we discovered a lot of logistical challenges that made my original, and second, and third configurations impossible. One of the biggest hurdles we had to overcome was wire length. I budgeted wire length generously, but I bought pre-crimped wires for the really big components like the battery and the ground, so I wouldn't need to buy specialty crimping tools for this one project. We got everything to reach in the end, but we had to redo our work multiple times before we got things right. So here's some footage of us toiling away for about 3 days before we finally settled on our final configuration. Note that in addition to the components I discussed earlier, there are pieces that make this electrical puzzle work. These include circuit breakers, a DC fuse block, and a variety of wire gauges that can handle different amounts of current. All of these items were sized specifically for our components and are not universal. Unless you're following an expert's wiring diagram exactly, you'll need to do all of the math and research to ensure your own design is safe, correctly sized, and will suit your needs. And now, on with attempt number 1 to get, like, a light to blink or something.
This is really scary, guys. This is very, very scary. Yeah, I'm still not seeing any sparks. Okay, attempt number 3. No sparks. Well, fuck. I've got no idea, guys. Okay, I look horrible today, but I kind of don't care because I'm pretty sure I just figured this out. Basically, what I realized is I need an additional negative cable. That just connecting the negative ground to the battery wasn't going to do anything because it wasn't actually completing the circuit. So what I needed to do was actually complete the circuit with a negative wire on the battery and then also add on the ground. I'm almost positive that that's what's supposed to happen. So I just did a little test while I was messing around, and there was definitely a spark. So I screamed like a little girl, and I might again because it's startling. But yeah, wish me luck that I don't burn down the van or kill anybody else or myself. Here we go. Oh my god, you guys, I'm like shaking. I'm so nervous. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Here we go. Oh, the solar charge controller is doing something. I just saw some sort of something. Okay. Now, one thing I want to know is why the inverter didn't turn on. Oh! It is on! Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. I think I actually did it. Let's go check out the other side and see what's going on. Oh my god. Oh my god, I did it and I didn't kill myself so far. Plug. For this fan that we normally out here. It's turned on already. So as soon as this gets plugged in, it should turn the fan on. Ooh, God, guys. I hear a fan. Look, this fan is being powered by the fucking sun! Dude, how cool is this? I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it. This is an amazing feeling. This is worth all of the frustration and sweat and bruises and everything else. This is a cool day, guys.